this is what I was thinking of having as the masthead dash drill magazine, which I think works because it has the alliteration of dash and drill. And also dash has connotations of speed, which reflects the pace of the rapping, which is obviously in drill music. Also, I had it laid out like this rather than having dash drill magazine all the way along, because I think it works better if it's less elongated, because it will fit better in the cover of the magazine. So the genre is a kind of unconventional drill genre, because it takes away the violence of drill and has it shows a more positive side of music making. So it's a good platform for young people to make music without experiencing all the negative side of drill, which traditional drill like this reflects. So the purpose, content and target audience. I think for the magazine, the purpose of it is, like I said before, to give young people a platform to express themselves in a less violent manner, which so it's not like the traditional drill music that you see. And the target audience is mid-teens to mid-20s, because these are the kind of people that would listen to traditional drill music. So creating this magazine gives them like I said before, a way to basically do what they would usually do, but without all the violence. And the content of the magazine would basically be featuring new artists who trying to do drill in a non-violent way. Yeah. So on the covers, these are two examples of just other. So that one was more is the style that I want to follow, with the text wrapping around the image rather than having it as the image separate to the text. And then in the article, I talked about a new artist and how basically how he's trying to help start the wave of more positive drill music, unconventional drill music. So the unique selling point of my magazine is obviously positive drill music, which is good for many reasons, because it also encourages other advertisers, because it means that advertisers can feature in this magazine without having the negativity that drill brings to them. So it can that'll bring in more advertiser revenue for things like fashion brands and anyone that wants to basically back the opening. I also thought that I would have a digital presence as well, because the kind of people that would read this magazine would be digital natives, so they'd also be on their phones more. So then as well as having the print magazine, they have the digital version that they can look at online, because they're the kind of people that will always be on their phones rather than sitting at home reading a magazine. Yeah, any questions?
How are you going to get the cover stars, articles and features to kind of portray that less violent side?
Well, for example, in the article, there's an interview with a new artist who wants to be like this kind of genre, and in that article he explains how he's experienced that violent side and the positive side, and he's chosen the positive side because he wants to express that. And also the cover, the images will be less violent. Like if you look at traditional drill, there's always that negative stigma that they reinforce. So basically all the images and things like that just won't be in when there is violent or have that presence around.
Are there any drill artists now that are promoting non-violence?
Not specifically, but there are there are drill artists that have lyrics that are much less explicit. But I think this would be a platform to encourage younger people to start doing that rather than following the current people who are doing. But I mean, it's still the kind of the drill lifestyle. So young people come up from a less wealthy family who want to kind of represent that kind of stuff, but without having the violence. So if they don't have so they don't have to have the negative stigma behind that. I think it will be, because it will obviously lots of people don't really want to get involved with the kind of violence, because it can obviously there's violence that people could get killed and stuff because of all the gang affiliation. Yeah. not an entirely new genre, it's more like a twist on an existing genre. So there'll be people that like genre music but are kind of put off by the negativity of it. If you have a platform like this which takes that genre and then like flips it to make it more positive, it's not like trying to create a whole new genre, it's kind of like it's a platform for artists who don't want to be necessarily involved in the violence that there is with drill, so that they can make like more positive music. It's more trying to like make a good impression on the next generation, so that there aren't like as many people who grow up to be like violent like a lot of the drill artists are at the moment. It's all covered in the article, that the double-page article is going to be in the magazine, because the interview like basically explains all of that, and then